Do you remember when we did this problem the other day? Systems of equations with elimination, right? Here's the problem we started with in red. We combined the top and the bottom, we got this work. We combined the middle and the bottom and got this work. We started over with these two equations as our new system. I eliminated to find z. I substituted in z to find y. I substituted y and z in to find x. And then I came up here and wrote the answer, right? So we're going to do that question again. So I'm going to write the question down for you. I'd like you to write it down as well. X plus 4y minus 6z equals negative 1. 2x minus y plus 2z equals negative 7. Negative x plus 2y minus 4z equals 5. And I'm also going to write down the answer, because once again, the answer is not what's important here, but the process. 4, negative 6, negative 1, 2, negative 1, 2, negative 7, negative 1, 2, negative 4, 5. I'm going to zoom in real quick. Give me just a second, okay? Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I know you're angry. Please don't be too angry, because I'm about to show you how to do it, and then you can love me again. You ready? Okay. Guys, why did I not teach you this first? Yeah. You would literally never do the other ways, and I have to teach you the other ways, right? Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk through it, and then we're going to write down the steps. Everybody understand that? Okay. So, I'm just going to add a new page so that you can I can walk all the way through it with you. Okay? So I just did control page. You want to be on a calculator page. So if you need to go home, not actual home, but calculator home. If you need to go home and start a new document, no, you do not want to save your old one. And you want a calculator page. Is everybody with me on a clean calculator page? Okay? So we're going to press menu. And we're going to press matrix. Okay? Now you can do this step later if you forget, but I try not to forget. Critical battery. Escape. Let me grab my other one just so it doesn't die while we're working on it. Okay. Did somebody grab this one and put it on the charger for me? Thank you. Actually, I'll just keep the case over here. Thank you. Okay, so we're on a calculator. So I pressed menu and matrix, right? Okay, this is the step that you can do later on if you need to, but I don't like to forget it, so I like to try to do it first. Okay, let me scoot it up a little bit so you can see it. We want to choose reduced row echelon form. Can you even see that? Reduced row echelon form. Okay, now when it shows up on your calculator, do you see what it says? RREF. Okay? That stands for reduced row echelon form. Guys, I don't know what echelon is. That's just part of the name of the thing, okay? Don't forget about that. Then we want to press menu again. We want to press matrix again. Well, that's worse instead of better. There we go. And we want to choose create. See number 1? We want to create, and what do we want to create? A matrix. Okay? Now, how many rows does this matrix have? 1, 2, 3 rows, right? Rows go this way. So 3 rows. Tab. How many columns does it have? 4 columns. And then hit OK. So the best way or easiest way to tell if you got this right is to look at it. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Does it look like this? Is there the right number of rows and columns? Okay. So what we're entering into the calculator, I don't know why it's being a jerk today. Usually I can get it to a place where you can see it. That does not help. No, it'll be okay. I think you can see it well enough, yes? So what we're entering into the matrix is just the coefficients. What's a coefficient again? The number in front of the variable. That's exactly correct, okay? So what goes first? 1, tab. If you'll hit tab in between every time, it takes you to the next thing you need to enter. Okay? And then what? 4, tab. -6, tab. -1, tab. 2, tab. -1, tab. 3, tab. -7, tab. See why I have you use tab instead of the arrow keys? If you use the arrow keys, you'd have to back arrow every time, but if you hit tab from here, it takes you back to here, okay? The arrow keys will work. I just feel like tab is a little easier. So the bottom one would be -1, 2, -4, and 5. And then you press enter. Now, here's what you have to be careful of, okay? First of all, I want to make it clear what work is expected of you on these problems, okay? You're expected to write the problem. You're expected to write the problem matrix. And a lot of people actually like to write the problem matrix before they enter it in the calculator because then it's all just right there for them. Does that make sense? So you're going to do RREF of the problem matrix, and that should give you the answer matrix. Which then gives you the answer. So you've got to write the problem, you've got to write the problem matrix, you've got to write the answer matrix, and you've got to write the answer. Okay? How do you know, looking at the answer matrix, that this is actually the answer? They are the numbers right here. God bless you. They are the numbers right here, but it only works if this is a diagonal of ones. Because think about it, guys, for a second. If I'm going to translate this answer matrix back into a problem like this, wouldn't it say 1x plus 0y plus 0z equals -3? Wouldn't that transfer back that way? And 0y and 0z is just 0, right? So isn't this saying x equals -3? Do you understand? So what is this saying? Y equals -1 and z equals -1. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So how could you tell if it was no solution or infinitely many? Well, I'll tell you this. In the diagonal, they're not all going to be ones for either one of those. This one down here is going to be a 0. These two might be ones, but this one for sure is going to be a 0. Well, there's two choices, right? You understand what I'm saying? What are the two choices? Either no solution or all real numbers. And how do you think you might tell the difference? You think you think the calculator would just like blow up? So I'll tell you this right now, it's not going to say error. Okay? All right, let's do some exploration real quick. Okay? I'm trying to get it so you can specifically see problem number 15. And it's actually for two different reasons. Hold on. Give it a second to focus. Okay, so here's problem 15. So let's all do problem 15 together. Okay? If we're doing problem 15 together, first we press menu, and then matrix, and then reduced row echelon form, right? Number 5. And then again we press menu and matrix, and then create a matrix. What size of matrix is this? A 3 by 4. 3 rows, 4 columns. 1, 2, 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. 1 tab, 1 tab, 1 tab, 9. Tab, 1 tab, 1 tab, 1 tab, 3. Tab, 5. Uh-oh. What do I put in for Y? 0. Very good. 0, tab, -2, tab, -1. Look what happens to your matrix. Fractions isn't what the cause is. Look at our diagonal. That's a problem. 1, 1, 0. Do you see our diagonal? 1, 1, 0. So what is this saying? 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals 1. Guys, does 0 equal 1? So that is no solution. Okay? So what is it going to look like if it's infinitely many solutions? Or 0 equals 0. Okay? This bottom row is going to probably be all zeros. Or like you said, it might be 2. Well, it can't even be 2 though, because 2, it can't be 2 equals 2 because this would be 2 times, well, I guess it could. We usually see all zeros. Okay? I'm not saying I've done all of the problems in the world, because I have not. Okay? But typically the bottom row is all zeros for infinitely many. Absolutely. Okay? Any questions about that? You good? Okay. So how about if we write down the steps? You okay with that? Okay. So what do we do first? First of all, we make sure our calculator's on. And then we make sure we are on a new page that's a calculator. And then menu, matrix. Guys, I know it says matrix and vectors. Can I write just matrix? You okay with that? Okay. Reduce. Okay, I'm going to write it for you once so you know what I'm saying. Okay. Which we know is RREF, right? Did you notice though, let me go find it real quick. Menu, matrix. Do you notice that there's a row echelon form? Do we want that? No, we do not. We do not want row echelon form. We want reduced row echelon form. Okay? Row echelon form, for the record, has numbers all up here. These are all numbers. We don't want numbers there, do we? If there's numbers up there, we got to find Z and plug it into here and find X and Y. Find Y and Z and plug it into here. We don't want that, do we? That's extra work. Okay, so we definitely want reduced row echelon form. Okay, and then we go back to menu and we choose matrix and then create what? A matrix. And then so we enter the rows and columns. And then we say OK. And then we press Enter. I'll scoot it up just a little bit. No, this cannot get us into the matrix, okay? I don't have any pills for you. That would be illegal anyways, okay? But as far as I know, Keanu Reeves will not be coming to this class literally ever, okay? Not that I know of. He is not coming. That would be super cool. I guess there's a chance, okay? But as far as I know, Keanu Reeves will not be coming to our class. Or Neo. Okay? Do you have questions about this? Yes. So 1005, 0102, 0003. That means what? No solution. And why does that mean no solution? This right here has to be a diagonal of ones because it has to say z equals 3, right? There's not a number right there, so it's saying 0 equals 3. Does 0 equal 3? No. Okay? Chances are 1006, 0107, 0000. That will be infinitely many solutions. Does that make sense? Okay. You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions?